Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're at watching this or what time of the day you're watching it. I just finished reading James chapter 3. It's in the New Testament. It's near the back of the Bible. It's right after Hebrews. If you ever get a chance, read it. It's fascinating in the fact that they compare the tongue to the rudder of a ship. And if you look at the size of a ship and the size of a rudder, it's amazing how that little rudder can control that massive ship. And you're saying, much like the tongue is like the rudder, because it can control the way we react, the way other people react, the way we talk, and the way everything else. So it's pretty much, and it even turns around says, not everybody is called to teach because you'll be held to a higher standards. That part really sticks out to me because I'm looking at some of these mega preachers here in the United States. Do they not understand that the standards that they're going to be held to is going to be much worse than the average layperson? Even an atheist is not going to have that high of a standard compared to them. So for those of you that are following possibly the wrong preachers, I'm not going to sit there and say who's who, because we know some of them, but we don't know all of them, because not all of them have large congregations. And that's the thing we look at. We always look at somebody, that has a stadium full or can sell out or things like that. Again, I apologize for all this. But what about the little ones that may not know the word very well? And the thing is, I got into a discussion earlier with my housemate about the Bible and its other things, and that was the pup. Boiled down to, like, she believes that everybody has to go to some sort of Bible college, and you have to have this degree, that degree, or whatever. I counter that because I'm like, look at the original apostles: James, Peter, Paul, John, all of them, Nathaniel, Thomas. None of them were anything or anyone of importance. None of them went to learn the scrolls or things of that nature. Why did Jesus choose them? Why would Jesus choose common people over learned men? And I've used that term before, learned men. The reason being is because if he chose people, the Sadducees or Pharisees, chances are they would hush up all the miracles. They wouldn't broadcast it. They'd be debating over, is he really this or is he really that? Where when you're a very common person, it's very different. You don't question, you stand there in awe, but then you believe. And we always look at Thomas and call him the doubter, but yet the big thing is, did he? Because if you go prior to Jesus coming back and showing himself after the resurrection, Thomas didn't really doubt. Thomas asked the right questions, because Jesus tried to tell him, many will come in my name and say that I am he. And even though I'm sure he trusted his friends, because you don't stay with someone that long without partially trusting them, but he still wanted to see for himself. That's why Jesus said, now that you've seen, imagine how much greater those that have not seen will believe. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's like, was Thomas wrong? Everybody wants to sit there and say, oh, he was horrible, he was horrible. No, he was doing what Jesus said. Don't believe everything you hear or see. And that's the problem that we have here in America, especially in the American church. Because I got into a discussion, I think I brought it up the other day, about being on a Bible study, and some of the people were talking about the way people dress. And I'm sorry, ladies, this is strictly for you. You judge a person faster than a man ever will. I swear to God, I know you do. Because I've talked to many of you ladies, and as soon as when you were single, you go out to a nightclub, if you were in a part of the world, you automatically looked at that other woman, sized her up from the word go. Didn't care about who was on her arm. You were looking at her, checking out her shoes, her dress, her pocketbook, her hair, everything, and already making assumptions. And guys, let's face it, guys, we're a little bit slower when it comes to that, because we don't look at all that stuff. But let's be honest, this is the world we're living in. You know, more and more and more, we can't move forward because we're not listening. We're not reading. And the reason I read James chapter 3 is because of the fact that's where this Bible study is going to pick up this Sunday. And sometimes it really helps to get back into the Word because Jesus wants a relationship. How many of you do? You know, you can't have a relationship if you're not willing to read the love letter that was written to you. All right, that's all I have. Have a wonderful day. I need to shave. God bless you, and have a great day, and read your Bible.